Assalamu alaikum. Today I'm going to talk about some of the formatting options in Microsoft Word. So let's go to this menu layout where we can find some of these commands. So we'll start with the margins. It means that the location or the place where we can start writing. Let's see here. If we zoom in, you can see the mouse is here. That means the margins is in this area. So when I start typing, it will be in this location. You see top on the right side. So if I go to margins here, you can see that I have different options of margins where I can select one of these options. For example, here the normal setting is the top 1 inch, bottom right and left. If I wanted to have it narrow, so where I can have more space for writing, I can select this one. Or also I can, according to my desire, so I can select one of these options. Otherwise, I can go to the custom margins where I can define the top, the left, the right, and bottom margins. So let's see here in this window where I can increase or decrease the margin of these directions. For example, on the top, I can increase it or decrease it. So in this window here, I can specify, for example, on the top margins, so I can increase it. You can see here, for example, I can make it 1.5. Also, if I want to increase the bottom margin, so I can also make it 1.5. Also, I can decrease, for example, the left and right margins, so I can increase it, so I can make it, wider. So here you can see the number goes down, 0.5, but here it will be increased as a margin. So on the right also I can decrease the number, but it will be increased as a margin. And now if I go to OK, you will see that the left and the right margins become wider, only 0.5. But on the top and also on the bottom margins, now it's about 1.5 on the top. And the same will be on the down margins. So here regarding the margins, so where you can increase it or decrease it according to your desire. Also here we have in the same window or the same menu, we have the orientation. Let's decrease or zoom out our page so you can see it now as a vertical. So if I go to the orientation, it is now as a portrait, but I can make it also as a landscape. So the page will be on the landscape and also the writing will be different. So this is this direction is good for big tables, pictures and so on. But the normal orientation is portrait where we can write text and so on. So here from this location you can change the orientation of your pages. Also in the same menu we have the size where I can select the size of my pages, of my file. So normally is the letter. It's a A4 size where we normally type, print out our papers. So it will be at this size. But if I want, for example, if I have a poster, so I want to have a bigger size, so I can go from size and select, for example, A3. A3 becomes bigger. And also A5 is smaller. B4 is smaller. So these are good for small cards and so on. So normally we keep it as normal and also A4 size. So this is just the effect of kind of the file size or the page size, but it doesn't affect the margins. It will be the same, so you can type the same direction. Here also we can see that on the same menu we have the columns. Columns, it means that, for example, let's see here, I have this small paragraph as a test. Let's copy this one and paste it many times. So you can see that I have this page of one column. Now if I select all, control letter A, and then if I go to the columns, here you can see I have only one column. if I select 2, see, it becomes in 2 columns. That means the text is divided into columns. Also, if I want to have it in 3 or 4, so I can go from here, then select 3. Now it becomes 3 columns. If I want to have it more, so I can go to the more columns. From here, you can see the number of columns, so I can make it 4, 5, it's up to me. On the preview, I can see the way how it comes. So here it's in the normal page where I can see 5 columns. My text is divided in 5 columns. Now, let's say that I want to have 3 columns, but I want the left column or the first column to be wider, more than the other 2 columns. Again, first, I need to highlight every text and then go back to the columns. From here, I will go to the more columns. Then from here, first, I need to decrease this one, make it 3, only 3 columns. And then you can see here the width and spacing for the columns. So the first one is 2.09 and all of them the same. Now, if I want to have the right one is, the first one is different. So first I need to untick this one, equal column width. So I untick it. And then now you can see all of these are activated. Now I can increase the width of this column, the first one. See here, it becomes wider. Then the other two becomes narrower. So now once I finish, I'll go to OK. Now see, the first one become wider and the second two, second and third become narrow. So this is how we can modify or change the width of each column from that menu. Also here also, let's say for example, go back to the only one column, the normal, and now I want to have a number for each line. So you have this option here from the layout line numbers. So you can go to select continuous. Now see, you can see numbers for each column. So now if I want to highlight, for example, here I have a mistake. Yes, I can mention that this is in column number 21. Very easy. What else we have also in this session? Let's talk about the watermark and also the page borders. Watermarks means that I have something in behind the text. Some they use, for example, confidential, copy, draft, and so on. So I can also type it. Or for example, CV, they use it as a watermark. So from here, from the design menu, I can go to the watermark and then I can select one of these, confidential, do not copy this direction or this direction. Other than, let's say, try for example this one, confidential. You will see it here as a background. If I increase, zoom in, you can see it as a background within the text. If I have another page, for example, Control Enter, now you can see it as a background. I can even type here and it will be just as a watermark. If I want to change different word, so I can go back to the same menu and then from here I will go to the custom watermark. Then from here, text watermark, in the text I can just delete this word and then I can type anything. Even I can type my name. So let's say for example test. And even I can change font size, font style, and also the size and even the color of that word and the layout, diagonal and also horizontal. So I can even change it, then apply, and you will see it already applied in the file. Other than also I can select as a picture as a watermark. I can go to select a picture. Even I can get it from my computer if I have one available. So I will go to from a file and then select that picture. See if I have any picture here. no picture. So I can go and then from the online, select picture. From online, I can type, for example, tree, and then search for that picture. Now I can select from this result one of these pictures, for example, this one, then go to the insert, then apply, and you can see it become as a watermark in my file. Once I finish, I will go to close. Now it is available. Once I have more pages, it will be automatically added to each page in my file. Now let's say I want to remove it again. Just go back to the same menu, watermark, and then you have this option, remove watermark. Or even from the custom, you can select here no watermark. Then okay, it will be deleted. So this is regarding the watermark. The last thing in this session, we'll talk about the page borders. Here, I can add some borders on each direction of my pages. So let's add a border. Go to this menu from design, page borders, and then click, and you will see this window. Here, you can select type of borders. For example, single line, dots, double lines, 3 lines, different style of lines. Even you can select from these arts here. You can select different type of arts. Now, also you can select, you can see on the preview here the direction. For example, if I want to remove the border from the top, so I can just click here, it will be removed. From here, I can also increase or decrease the width of this border, so I can increase it, I can make it wider or lesser. So I can do it from here. Then, okay. See, it becomes in that all the pages, the border. As you can see from the top, there is no border because I select to remove it. If I want to add it again, so I will go back to the same menu and then just click here. It will be added. If I want to change different style, again from here and then select the color. Some of these styles you cannot change the color because it becomes the default style without the ability to change the colors. But some of them you can, for example, those you can change the color, different colors of these borders. And as I say, the width also you can be applied and then okay, it will be changed. So this is all about this session.